serious.
Welcome to The Basement.
Yo, what's up, everybody? Welcome to The Basement. I'm Nolo.
Jose, what's going on, y'all?
What's up? And then today we in the building, we have a special guest.
Another special guest?
Another one. You want to introduce yourself?
What's up, man? It's Eddie.
Eddie from downstairs.
Downstairs.
Cousin Eddie.
Cousin. Married my cousin. I need some sugar. Give me some sugar. No, really, I need some
cousin
sugar.
Eddie from downstairs.
That's hilarious. So,
What's up?
we are officially thebasementny.com. Check us out there. You will be linked to all the social medias, Facebook, Twitter, Instagram, the YouTube, and of course the podcast. Submit, a request, like, comment, email.
You know what you do. You know what to do. But actually do it. Don't just be like, somebody will do it. No, we need you to do it. Because nobody's done it yet.
Comment. Tell them to comment.
Not even us.
So Eddie, you are a big. You would say you consider yourself a big comic book fan?
I am. I'm more of a comic book movie guy. I like the movies. I am into. The most comic books I read were all Spider-Man and Batman and Superman. Those were the three ones I read since I was like 5 years old. Uncle Gilly.
So I started reading Marvel always since I was a little kid, and then as I got older reading comics, I was like, let me try some DC. Then I started reading Justice League, and I was hooked.
No, see, I was there when not Spider-Man, Superman broke his back when Doomsday broke Superman.
Batman.
No. Was it broke his
Batman,
back?
yeah.
That one, and then when Superman died.
Yeah.
So my uncle had all these comic books on top of his wall in sleeves because he said that he couldn't put them inside in a crate because he knew that we were all going to go inside that crate and take those comic books. So the wall was a way to visualize and know what is there and what's taken. So he knows, all right, you guys took this one, I need my comic book back. Like that. So like that was
See, 'cause one of my uncles, my grandfather's sister's son, so that's like somehow my uncle. He bought me the whole run of when Superman dies. I remember it was like in the 90s or something like that.
yeah, that was.
And when he gave it to me, he gave me a whole stack. He gave me a nice little stack like that.
I wasn't allowed to play with comics. My brother was like me, a hoarder, I guess. In like, no, you can't touch it. You can't touch the corners. You have to be perfect.
Oh no, my uncle was like that, but we were all living together. It was like 5 of us living in a 3-bedroom apartment in Brooklyn. So like, there was only so much protection he could do. Like, he went to the bathroom, we were taking a comic book from his room. Like that was happening.
I feared that my brother, he like 10 years older than me, would kick my butt. So I was just like, wouldn't dare. Like, yeah, it's not worth it.
So it makes sense for you because you're only one, right? There was 5 of us. So sometimes one of us was going to take the bullet for the next one in order for the comic book to survive in our hands. It's like, yo, you gotta take the bullet. You gotta take the beating. Whatever he's gonna do, you're gonna have to take it so we can read this comic book and we'll talk about it later.
See, I had the opposite. I had a little sister, and she would take him and like mess him up. So my grandmother had an encyclopedia, a bookcase, but the encyclopedia was pushed forward, so there was like a gap in the back, and I would keep my comics back there. So my sister couldn't find them; she couldn't touch them. To this day, I still got those comics.
Those encyclopedias, the ones that they used to knock on your door, be like, hey, do you want A through B?
And like every month they send you one book.
Yeah, I got it.
Wow.
In fact, those encyclopedias sparked my curiosity growing up. When I was bored, we didn't have like video games and stuff. I just open them up and
I
read
didn't
them.
have video games. We read encyclopedias. That's why I love World War, because we stopped at like the wars, like World War I, II. Like, we could go into. That's another podcast.
That's a whole. Yeah, that is.
That's
a whole
another podcast right there.
See, so with the thing with Marvel, and I don't know if I said it in the podcast before, Marvel is like the characters are like regular people trying to be super, and in DC is super people trying to be regular.
Well, if you say that, like, so what is Batman? Rich? What is Batman? He's rich?
That's really rich.
So what is he trying
So,
to do?
but why is Batman one of the most beloved characters? Because he's technically a Marvel character in DC.
No. He is the dark version of Tony Stark. That's what you're trying to say? Bruce Wayne is Tony Stark?
There's only a few characters in Marvel that are gods.
That's what it is?
That's what it is.
You know?
Huh?
There's only a few characters in Marvel, like in main Marvel, that are gods, quote unquote. They have the power of a god. You know what I'm saying? In
Only
DC,
Thor.
it's
That's
so
only
many
Thor.
of them.
Well, in DC is
Green Lantern. If Green Lantern, let's say there's no heroes on Earth, and Green Lantern came to Earth, he would be god of Earth. No army stopping
Well,
him.
I'll tell you what. If Thanos try to go inside DC world, he won't last that long. Let's just say that.
You think so? Well, out of the movie Thanos, maybe.
No, I'm
The comic book Thanos is a different dude now.
Well,
The comic book Thanos is that dude.
Well, hold on a second, because when you mentioned Batman and
Tony Stark.
Tony Stark, I mean, they're literally almost the same person.
Literally. The only
The
thing.
history with the parents, sort of the same.
Yeah.
The only thing is Tony Stark is a drunk.
Well, I mean, Batman is soon
Batman
is just
ran
in a
away.
cave.
Didn't he run away during the what's that called?
The cult or something?
What was that called? See,
God, people are gonna hate. People that
They're
listen
gonna
to
hate
Black,
us.
they're
They
gonna
are.
hate
But
us.
what I'm saying is that what you notice that one of the difference between both of them is that Tony Stark doesn't care that his superhero character Iron Man, that the public knows that he's Iron Man.
Yeah.
Whereas for Batman, it's like, no, that's not me.
no.
I'm a rich guy. Batman don't know who he is.
But you know what's crazy about Batman? If you think about it,
Batman sort of reminds me of Trump for some reason in that respect.
Batman.
No,
Yeah,
see, this is
not
where
me.
over.
this is where
That's
it's
not my
We've
hair.
gone down a road.
This is gone. We haven't gone anywhere yet.
We've only been recording for like 9 minutes. We already got
This
into
is
Trump
9 minutes.
territory.
You already got. You're comparing Bruce
It's just
Wayne.
that Trump is just the number one topic in everyone's mind, you know?
Bruce Wayne is not Trump, and Batman is.
It's just the secrecy part.
You know who Trump is? Lex Luthor. All right, that's who he is.
Oh, maybe. You think he
That's
knows
who
that?
he is.
He's not smart enough for that though.
Trump.
Trump is clever.
He's a clever
I don't
guy.
I don't think he has the knowledge to pull things off.
No.
Like a Lex
For all you
Luthor level.
people who are tone deaf, the tapping is for all you guys because the Noel can't stay still. Go ahead. The future Braille, ladies and gentlemen. Enjoy.
But so yeah, Trump is it.
You know what's crazy about?
I think so.
Okay, what? Okay, Superman to me is overpowered.
Superman is what DC needs, right? Like Superman was I'm sorry. Thor was the answer to Superman, right? Because that was the first. Like if you get into the comic books realms, right? DC versus Superman. I mean DC versus Marvel. Back in the days, DC ran the comic book scene, right?
Yeah.
DC was the most powerful comic book scene
For years.
You know, to the point where there were spies on both sides, right? I forgot the name of the book. I will tell you guys later about the description. You can add that. But there was a book where they were literally spies of on DC and the Marvel side, giving each other ideas of what this person's coming out with. So like if Superman came out years ago, right? You had that, but then you had then they found out they gave you Thor.
Yeah.
You know, so that was their answer. So like it until movies came out, where the movies started coming out, and it's insane to think that if I'm gonna say this right now, we're gonna get there. If Heath Ledger never died, we would have what we're getting now with Infinity War in DC.
Yep, you're 100%
I guarantee that right there.
You're 100% right.
Come on.
He would have been the ringleader of
so-
whatever would have. He
so-
would have been the Thanos of the DC.
So here's the thing, right? So DC came. Iron Man came out what 1998.
Iron Man?
Iron Man came out. I'm sorry, 08. 08.
Oh, wait, okay.
Right? 08.
Like, you know what I'm saying?
08. Right? That's mad crazy. 08 it came out. 3 years before that, Batman Begins came out. That's where the idea of we could do a series of movies.
Yeah.
That same year, I think 07 was Dark Knight. Heath Ledger played such a good Joker, they were like, "Yo, we could make this guy could have his own movie. We could go some. We could go. We could do anything we want with this guy here. We could give him an origin story.
You gotta keep your face in the mic.
Oh, we could give it. We could.
That's so close. You don't have to hold it either.
I know.
You're actually good.
No, it's just that he was turning away.
I
You hear the
know.
volume.
We could give him his own movie. That's how good he is. Then the death happened.
You're saying if Heath Ledger would have survived,
If Heath Ledger, I'm telling you right now, if Heath Ledger would have survived, we would have had
dead guy.
the 10
I don't know how I
years.
feel about that.
We would have had the 10-year last year where we would have had we had what Justice League, which was a good movie and the rest like it was a great
But
movie.
he would eventually, as a bad guy, he would have been like, all right, kill him already. You know, like,
No,
I don't think so.
no, not Joker. No way.
See, do you think they did with Loki what they would have done with Joker? Like, you think Loki would be a representation of the Joker in the Marvel movies?
Joker's too Loki. Loki's too silly to me.
Well, that's the thing, right? So that was the difference where they wanted dark. DC wanted to be dark. They didn't care about the kids or whoever, right?
Yeah.
Marvel is Disney.
Yeah.
So like they think they're like WWE, where we don't care about the older guys anymore. We're gonna show it off to the younger crowd, because if your kids like it, your kid's gonna make you come and spend money, no matter what.
Yeah, word.
But I always felt like DC was kiddish, and now Marvel with Disney, right?
Yeah.
It's kiddish.
Yes.
So
DC
who's kidding?
Well, I don't know. This new movie is not really kiddish.
This new movie, I
These guys are dying to talk about this
This
movie.
new
I
movie,
haven't
bro?
seen this movie.
This new movie did it.
well,
have.
we're probably gonna give you some spoilers.
This
Not
movie
right now
broke-
at this moment, but we're gonna
This
talk about
movie
it. So
broke the
if
bank,
you haven't watched it, you should pause your podcast, pause it if you're listening, and go see a 2.5-hour movie, and come out with your tears.
I
out.
wish editing worked like that.
You're gonna cry. If you watch this movie, you're gonna cry.
Yeah, you would cry.
You know what's funny? The first Avengers movie, I felt so emotional when I saw them come together. That scene where they're going back to back, and then they like land in one spot. This camera's going. Yo, that scene right there.
Yes. When they're fighting in New York City,
Yes,
42nd Street,
bro.
and everything. So
That right there was like,
when I walk by there, the MetLife building in 42nd Street, I stand in the middle and just picture, that's where Hulk went this way. He
Hulk
grabbed
smashed
it
that building
that
over
way.
here.
So I don't know. I don't care who or what your background is with comics and Marvel and DC, whatever. But that scene was almost like, finally, I don't have to imagine this thing anymore.
Yeah.
As a comic book fan or just a superhero fan, you got to see all your favorites in in Avengers, in Justice League.
And you know the crazy thing about that too?
You got that to just stand there.
In comic book movies before that, there were movies that were based on comic books, but this one they really took the pages from the comic books and made it real. Like, we really saw the Hulk smash stuff. Like, it wasn't just a big guy that was green punching, fighting.
No, yes.
Like, it was like the Hulk jumping, smashing through stuff.
And with the technology now, it's like you get to see the powers of these superheroes and see them in full effect.
Yeah.
You get to see how strong Hulk really is. You get to see how crazy fast Superman is in Man of Steel or Justice League. So you get to see all these aspects of the movies, and it's a great time right now to be a fan of either or. And if you tell me that DC movies suck, you got to give me more than this sucks.
So
What did you like about the movie, though?
So then going back to
Wait, what movies are we talking about here for DC?
for DC,
From where?
okay. So if you think about Man of Steel was a great movie. So now Man of Steel came out right after Dark Knight Rises and everything. Man of Steel came out, And then at Comic-Con, we got the big reveal, Batman versus Superman. Everybody was hyped.
Everybody was mad.
Everybody was crazy hyped. You know? Everybody was crazy.
There were a lot of critics too, though. I mean, that's just.
I didn't.
Well,
Man of Steel was alright to me. It wasn't. I didn't
The
think
Man
it was
is,
great.
but it did what it needed. Like, so I went to see that midnight. And I believe that if in movie openings, I told Jose this yesterday, I was like, if movie openings are at midnight releases, those are where the real comic book fans go.
Yeah,
that's where you get to see like the real ones. So when I went to go see Man of Steel at the midnight showing, there was a scene where they were fighting and Superman went in 3 different. I forgot the General Zod's lieutenant, the female. She went in 3 different sections. Boom, boom, boom. Right, like it was like real fast.
Yeah.
And everybody, I never seen the theater stand up and say, like going crazy. And I didn't understand it in the sense. And then until some guy, I looked at the guy, I was like, what? I was like, well, that was pretty cool. He goes, yeah, man, it's about time we get to see how powerful these guys really are and everything.
Yeah.
So it was definitely a thing. So Man of Steel, okay, sorry, I went off. So Man of Steel, we got that. Then you got the big reveal at Comic-Con, the Batman versus Superman. Everybody was hyped. And then the critics started coming when they were like, oh, it's Ben Affleck.
Yeah, I remember that.
Ben Affleck? Like, what's wrong with Ben Affleck?
Daredevil?
A Marvel. If you get me, but what's wrong with Ben Affleck though?
I don't know, guys. I kind of feel like with Ben, I don't know. What was the girl that he played with? That
Jennifer Garner,
Jennifer. I feel like
his wife.
Yeah,
His
right,
wife.
right, one of those. So I feel like I don't know. I feel like when I see him, I see her in some kind of girly drama movie.
Well, yeah. So then I think before Daredevil, he came out with Pearl Harbor.
I thought it was a good movie.
That was a great movie.
Yeah,
like if you see it, it's like yo, that's a.
If I see it, I'll watch it. I'll watch it if it's on TV.
Every time it's on TV, I watch it.
Oh, you like Ben, huh?
You know what? I feel like it's a good merger of like a love story and like an action movie.
Yes, it's
a long movie too.
It's a great. So I used to have the DVD.
Wow.
And and the DVD comes out in 2. It was 2 disc DVD.
Remember that?
2 disc DVD, and I was like, "What the heck? This is crazy."
You needed a whole shelf just for a few hours of life, right? Entertainment.
That's it. But so then everybody had their credits on Batman, on Ben Affleck being Batman, right? Everybody had their doubts. Like,
And it's funny because now we look at Ben Affleck as Batman, we're like, it's pretty good.
Yeah,
He's
because
the
now,
best.
So I think what they did, it's the same director, same people, right? That did it from the Batman Begins. They aged Batman. That's what people didn't get while watching Batman versus Superman. They aged Batman to where they left.
That's how Ben got it, because he's old.
He's old. You know what's crazy is that I saw a picture of Christian Bale and Ben Affleck next to each other, face to face. Ben Affleck looks like an older version of Christian Bale would if he got hulked up and put some gray hairs in his hair. To me, in the beard.
Do you think they did that on purpose so that way they could say
Enough with Batman. Get rid of him.
No, but they could say like Batman had a history before Superman came.
Well, that's the
So
thing.
now we can do prequels. That the answer is not where's Superman. The answer is there's no Superman. It's only Batman.
No, but that's the thing. Like, so did we really want another solo Batman movie? By that time, when Batman vs Superman came out, you had the Michael Keaton Batmans too. You had George Clooney, Val Kilmer. You had about 5 Batmans before that.
The nipple suit.
And then you had the nipples. Oh my gosh! That was the worst time to be a Batman fan.
Arnold Schwarzenegger.
You know what's crazy?
Freeze.
You know what's crazy? That is my least. That's not my least favorite Batman.
No,
No, I hate Val Kilmer.
I don't even remember.
Val Kilmer was Batman Forever with Tommy Lee Jones as
Joker?
Two-Face.
Oh yeah,
Two-Face,
Two-Face.
and then
Yeah,
you had
Jim Carrey.
Jim Carrey as the Riddler.
I thought he was a good
So those
choice.
two guys were so good. I even like Tommy Lee Jones as Two-Face. I think they did good.
Yeah.
But Val Kilmer killed me, man.
I couldn't do the one with Arnold.
I'm gonna go back and watch it.
I couldn't do the one with Arnold.
They're all on Netflix.
Chill.
Yeah, we don't mention them anymore because they owe us like 3 or 4 checks.
Oh, you're
But you know what's
sponsor.
crazy? I can go and watch the first. I think maybe the first 2 Superman movies with God, the guy that died. What was his name?
Christopher Reeves.
Those to me, they'll still hold up.
The first 2.
The first one when he rewinds the Earth.
Yes.
Okay, and
To
then
go
the
back
other
in time.
one where he's
no,
a bad.
that's not the first one.
Is that the first one?
No.
Yeah,
Is it the first one?
yeah. It's the first one.
That's why we have this thing here for Noel to look up.
Is it the first one?
But he's not even good at
And then
that.
the second one,
He's not even a good Jamie.
I think the second one is
He doesn't
where
help me set up.
He gets
He
drunk.
pretends he doesn't know. And he does not provide any kind of feedback.
Well, no, the one that he gets drunk is the one with Richard Pryor.
Oh, that's part 3.
That's part 4.
Oh my god!
Wow.
Yo, that's my heroes of my
part 4.
childhood, bro. I remember watching these when I was growing up.
So I don't remember watching Superman 4. I don't remember it at all. And I rewatched it again.
Remember who was Lex Luthor?
It was Hugh.
No.
It's Hugh something.
No, wasn't it the guy that does the show on Netflix that he's gay now or whatever?
No. That one was the Superman. That's Superman. That's the last Superman before Man of Steel. Then he disappears. Superman disappeared.
You're right.
That was Batman Returns.
That was a bad movie, bro.
That one was a
That
good.
was a
But
bad
you know what's
movie.
crazy? Kevin Spacey played a great Lex Luthor.
Yeah.
So that one was pretty good.
Yeah.
To me, that was pretty good.
What do you mean, the Lex Luthor?
Yeah, that one was. But the
I
Hugh
thought that was a
Jackman
bad
one
movie,
was
bro.
the.
No, not Hugh Jackman.
Hugh Jackman was all Christopher Reeves.
No, Hugh Jackman.
Hugh Jackman.
That's
Not Hugh Jackman.
Wolverine.
No, it's not.
Hugh Jackman is Wolverine, bro.
Wait. Time out. It's who's the? It's Hugh something.
Oh man,
Gene Hackman.
Gene Hackman. Yeah.
Oh my gosh,
God,
Gene
where did you
Hackman.
get that from, bro?
Gene
This guy told me that.
Oh my gosh. You know what's crazy? I wasn't even thinking about that movie. Superman 2.
Is it Superman 2? Oh Lord! Oh my gosh! Look at this guy.
So Superman 2 was.
Look at this man. That's a man. That's an American man. Look at him. Look at this. This is an American hero.
So that one was with Zod.
Yeah. This was
That was
this
Zod.
2.
So that's Superman
Do you
2.
remember that he took the S off his chest and threw it on him and like wrapped them in like saran wrap?
Yeah.
Superman does anything. Superman can do anything he wants.
So
He is too powerful, but he has that weakness. So if you got a little green rock.
but that's the thing, right? So Batman versus Superman, going back to where we first started, where how many Batman movies were there? We weren't going to get a solo Batman before Batman versus Superman. There was no need of it. We don't need that. There was no need for a solo Batman movie before, and that's why people were upset. It's why can't we have another solo Batman?
Oh gosh.
Why can't we have another solo Batman to connect it?
See, look.
Because
Oh, I'm sorry. Let me interrupt you. But look at the fighting scenes in this. See what I'm saying?
Why can't we hear it?
Oh, I turned the volume off.
Oh.
you can't put it in the
Nah, boy. I can still watch this.
I can't. Try watching that on a 4K TV.
My kids never saw this. I'm gonna try watching this with my kids. Let's see what their reactions.
Nothing of the kind.
But the thing with this is you look at the fighting of this, and now it's there are two people tied in strings flying around. You can clearly tell. Yeah.
You could tell that. And everything.
But if you think about the movie from Avengers, if you watch Iron Man versus Thanos, it didn't look nothing. I mean, obviously, it was a lot of it was CGI, but still, now we can do that. Now we can have an actual something I would read from the comic books. We can see it now.
No, yeah, and so you get that in the Infinity War. You get the powers of each superhero. The fact that Infinity War you had two separate battles going on at the same time. And the fact that they kept on going back and forth. No spoiler. The fact that they went back and forth.
And it's crazy the way they kept mixing up the characters, the bad guys versus these two.
The fact that but that, again, you had 10 years of no mistakes, no deaths, nobody quitting on you, or no contract disputes or anything like that. Like, you had 10 years of people saying, this is where we're going to be. This is our goal, right? This is our goal in the end. So when they said that about Heath Ledger, this is our goal in the end, that's fine. You know, Christian Bale was fine with it. That happened, he was over it. Christian Bale did not want to do it. He was like, this is the last time I'm being Batman. Because of the closeness he had with Heath Ledger and everything like that.
And that was, to me, that's the best Batman movie ever.
That's pretty
Don't
deep.
with Heath Ledger.
Oh, with Heath Ledger? Yeah. It was, because it was as dark as it was, as dark as The Dark Knight was, it still made you, it still was kid-friendly in my eyes. Like, the only thing that was scary was the Joker.
Joker,
That's it.
And that Joker, he set a new bar of villains.
Oh my gosh!
Like, to be a villain, you gotta
be that guy.
Yeah, you gotta be that guy. You can't be a joke.
Like, So where I think they took a step back was Jared Leto.
Yeah,
I didn't like his rendition of it's rendition, right?
Yeah, I think it's rendition.
I didn't like his. I didn't like his. That's my favorite part of the movie, by the way. Infinity War trailers on.
You know what we're gonna have to do? We're gonna have to come back and do a follow up. If we have time, maybe Wednesday. If I spend tomorrow after work and go watch this movie,
I'll watch it again.
And we could talk about it.
That's what we should do. We should watch it. Have Jose watch it. We'll come back and we'll do a whole review.
Oh yeah. On Just Infinity War.
On Just Infinity War. Because we're trying so hard not to reveal.
We are, and it's hurting the souls of people and the audience and yourselves. And it's good that we left it at the transition. We are running out of time for this particular episode, so it kind of works out. We'll pick this up again. Again, check us out at thebasementny.com. We got Eddie with us. He's definitely coming back.
Oh yeah, we're definitely gonna finish this up,
and we'll take it. We'll take it from there. This is the basement.
Peace.